Welcome, everybody, to 8192 The Truth. This is Joel D. Supernaw for my partner, Kevin, Brother Sineer. Welcome. Hey, guys, listen. I want to thank you for what you've been doing. And that's been spreading the word about this show. When we started this show, we had a different format. I want to get back to that format in some regard. It is when I perform my best. That's in front of a camera, getting down like COB. Anyway, had really good numbers to start, and they dropped off significantly. And I did not want to know where they were out of pride. But we had a meeting last week with Equifax.com, and Kevin brought the numbers in. And the numbers were really, really good. And I want to thank you, because I know with nobody backing us. I mean, we have some sponsors, but in terms of us getting ourselves out there, we do very, very little. So for you guys to share the word and grab the numbers for us, I just wanted to say, hey, thank you. Now listen, tomorrow we're going to have a special episode. We're going to have me, Brother Sin, and Lad, and we're going to do Fighter of the Year, Fight of the Year, Newcomer of the Year, and Comeback Fighter of the Year. That will be a lot of fun. Today, I'm going to tell a couple stories. I'm going to tell a couple stories. The first story is called the Banya. It's called the Banya. So, I'm the youngest of 11 children, and I grew up poor, really poor. And the times I remember, because no matter how jacked up your family is, it's your family, okay? No matter how jacked up your parents are, it's your parents. You know what I'm saying. We love our brothers, and most of us love our brothers and sisters because they're family. You know, I have a wonderful family. I have an absolute wonderful family. They stick together in tough times. In tough times, my family will stick together. But let's back it up a little bit. I'm growing up, we're poor. Poor. I tell people this, that you could be as poor as me, okay? But the only way you could have been poorer than me was if you lived outside, okay? If you lived inside, we are equally as poor, okay? We are equally as poor, and I'm pretty sure, now again, man, I didn't deal with, abuse. I mean, poverty abuse, yes. Alcoholism all around me, yeah. But I wasn't abused. We was a poor family, man. And the things that I loved, were the family get-togethers. They would happen about twice a year. Usually Christmas, usually Christmas, not Thanksgiving. And it was a 3-day affair. It was, somehow the house was going to get clean. Somehow there was going to magically, food was going to be in the house. And for 4 days, we were the Brady Bunch. I'm pretty sure I know how it happened. The sisters came in and, moved heaven and earth. Zeta usually came in, moved heaven and earth. And we had a good weekend. Well, part of that weekend was a dish called Banya. And what Banya is it is really, really, really simple. It is garlic, anchovies, butter, real butter, baby, and cream. Those are the 4 ingredients to Banya. Now, the key to the Banya, there's a couple keys to the Banya, is it's made on one of those, man, I don't even know what the pans. God, I don't know what the pan's called. A dipping pan where you can heat it up. It can get hot, and then you can simmer it. Words are hard, pans are hard. Anyway, the key to it is getting the consistency right and letting it age a little bit, okay? Nobody that has ever had the Banya cotta, some people look at the Banya, and the way you do the Banya is you have all these different vegetables, and then you have French bread. And you use the French bread, theoretically, you use the French bread as your napkin, as you dip your celery. Some of the Banya is going to drop onto the French bread. When the French bread gets soaked with Banya, you eat it. Now, theoretically, that's the way to go. Nobody follows those rules. You're dipping the French bread in the Banya, okay? That's really the way. That's really the way it goes. But it's a family type of thing where everybody's around the Banya and they're dipping and they're eating, and it was a really, really neat part of my childhood. Carried over through family reunions, and then I got a friend involved in the Banya several years ago. Now that friend, we will not mention him by name. He does have a fight on January 21st in Bellator, and it's not Rampage Jackson, okay? So I'm not going to mention this guy. Would be rude. I used to be on his show, a very successful podcast called You're Welcome, with that mystery person. But again, I'm not going to mention him because, well, I don't want to ruin his experience. So anyway, moving forward, this young man and his family have the Banya years and years and years ago. And the funny thing was, this young man's dad, who was a great, great guy and a mentor to me, he bitched about the Banya the whole time. This ain't food. Just the entire time, we're talking about an hour and 10 minutes. His dad bitched about the Banya, but he never stopped eating the Banya. I remember that forever. So anyway, this young man's, he gets the Banya years ago, and then we start doing the Banya once a year. I think last Christmas we did it. About one time a year. And again, he's got a fight coming up. I'm not going to mention his name. We had a rift a while back. It lasted for the better part of the summer. It was a pretty big rift. I got up, I moved, halfway across the country. Changed my life 110%. It was a pretty big rift. But anyway, I'm not going to mention this guy. All right, so, because, I don't want to ruin his experience. I do not want to ruin his experience. So, anyway, we're gradually kind of mending fences, getting back into the flow of our friendship, and he's wanting to know about the Banya. Am I going to be in town? Can we have some Banya? Is Miss H going to make the Banya? And so I'm like, all right. He's come at me 3 or 4 times. I'm going to reach out to Miss H, and I'm going to set it up. I'm going to set up the Banya. This is my child. This Banya cotta is one of the only good memories I have of growing up. Okay? This Banya cotta, it's really important to me. I love the Banya. Okay? I'm not going to be a part of the Banya. I'm not getting the Banya. But, being the guy I am, I reach out to Miss H. And, Miss H is always treated this person. And again, I'm not going to mention this guy's name because I don't want to ruin his experience. All right? I would hate to ruin his experience. So, Miss H has always gave this young man love. Treated him like a son. Really, truly, just anything goes for this young man. So, of course, Miss H says, yeah, I'm in. And I said, well, Miss H, you really don't need to get all the vegetables because this person just really likes the French bread. She snaps back at me like Miss H should, like Miss H would, and she says he's not the only one coming. All right? There's going to be other people there. So I know at this point, hey man, I'm going to get out. I'm out. I've won. I've made it. I've gotten this person what he's been asking for, and he's going to have the banya. I heroed out. He's getting the banya. My favorite meal on earth. The only good memories I have of a brutal, dysfunctional childhood. All right? He's getting the banya. I'm not getting the banya. So, I sent him a couple texts. Hey, man, banya's all set up. You're good to go. Send over a couple more texts. I want to live through him with this banya experience, some of the different kind of things we can do. And again, I am that guy that if I'm going on a trip, I want to live the trip before the trip happens. I want to think about all the different things I can do during the trip before the trip happens. Well, I thought that's what was going to happen. I thought I was going to, oh man, thank you. Well, thank you. Ah, man, that's cool. Thank you. No, that's not what I get. Here's what I get. I get, hey man, I'm not going to talk about the banya. You have nothing to do with the banya. You're out. You are not going to ruin my experience for 3 days. That's really it. That's really the end of the story. I was just like, oh man, I don't want to ruin your experience. I don't want to ruin your banya experience. The awesomest, coolest meal ever. Tastes awesome. Makes you smell like garlic for a month. You have to repaint the house after you leave. Yeah. I would hate to ruin this young man's banya experience. So I won't do it. I won't do it. And no, I didn't ramble on about banya for 15 minutes because he listens to the show in a unique attempt to get him and yet still not talk about the banya. I didn't do that. It isn't something I would do. I'm not that creative. I'm not that smart. All right. I've made it to work. It's probably 10 degrees. It's probably 10 degrees. Again, I'm the only one that works here, guys. I have an office manager. I don't have a lot boy. So I'm the only one that works here. It's December. It is the worst time of the year. All right? I got 16 cars out for the month. I was hoping for 20. Not going to do it. Maybe we get one out today. That's it. Going to Vegas tonight. But again, okay, I'm not going to get into that. We're going to Vegas tonight. Big show. We're going to have a big show tonight. I hope that mystery friend of mine enjoys his banya. I was going to talk about getting in a fight with Joe Dirte at the Walmart. but it's a good story, and I kind of feel like I left all my energy out there on the Banya story. We're going to come back hot tomorrow, me, Lad, Brother Sin, and that's really all I got. The first is coming soon. Oh, whoa, 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 whoa. Hey, guys, listen. Don't be the person that blames last year on the year itself. Don't be the person that says, goodbye, 2017. You sucked. Come on, 2018. Do you realize you've probably been saying that most of your life? You've come to this magical time of the year. Man, I've been there with you. I've been there with you. Okay, I got problems. I'm not fixed. Okay, I'm not fixed. This podcast is about fixing The Godfather, and if anybody can get fixed along the way, bravo, good for you. You know, we got Brother Sin doing what he does. He's trying to get his fix on. He's trying to fix, it's a fixing process. But listen, don't blame the year. Don't blame the year. 2017 was not to get any of us. Whatever happened in that 2017, man, it's on us, baby. It's on us. There isn't no outside force that changes. Okay? I'm exactly where I am right now because I put myself here. The decisions I made in 2017 led me to be exactly where I am right now. And do you know why I know that? Do you know why I know that? Because I'm here. I'm here right now, looking at that gate, at this lot, thankful for a lot of things. Am I regretful? Yeah. I'd have played a lot of things differently. But again, there's been growth. There's been growth in this year, which will allow me to continue to try to fix me. Try to get my fix on. But guys, do not blame the year 2017. Don't be that person. Don't be that person. Yeah, was it a bad year? Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm sure if you think long and hard, there's a lot of really, really cool things that happened in 2017. I know I had a memorable year. I had a lot of things that happened. Joyful, grateful, and loving. I have to be able to turn the page on to 2018. Fresh slate. That is the cool thing about it. It is a fresh slate, but your mind's got to be right. Your mind has to be right. And your mind is not going to be right is if you get drunk on the 31st and expect to roll into the new year a level head. So what's today? Today's like, what is it, the 29th? Is it the 30th? Tomorrow's the 31st? Maybe, no, today's the 29th. Midland start today. Get blasted tonight, guys. Get your New Year's on tonight. Have some Banya. I told you how to make it. Skillet. No, it's not a skillet. Anyway, the pans are hard. Anyway, guys, do not blame anything on an object that doesn't have anything to do with whatever the consequences were a year. Good riddance 2017. Later, bitch. Really? Really? I bet a lot of people had awesome 2017s. And I bet if you look at all those people that had awesome 2017s, it wasn't by luck. It wasn't by luck. They had a plan, they had a formula, and they followed it. I've got to do the same thing. I have to do the same thing. I've got a big battle ahead of me. I have an absolute big battle ahead of me. But it's really not that hard to do what I need to do. It's real simple, got everything in place. I got to get out of my own way. I have to get out of my own way to succeed, to reach my goals. And I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you, mystery friend. I hope this did not ruin your Banya experience with my ex-wife. God, I love her. All right, guys. Tune in tomorrow. This is the Banya episode. Peace.